This is the Free Democratic Movement. We've caught the press here today to anchor, because the anchor is a place of stability, which is something that the government should be providing for the people. It's something that we feel like the FDM can provide to not only the residents of Somerset or constituency 36, Sanders North, but also to the country as a whole. So it's today, very excited to announce, actually honored to announce that we will be putting the candidate forward for the C36 by-election. And the candidate that we have selected is the Honorable Marc, the former opposition leader and current founder and leader of the Free Democratic Movement. If there are any questions from the media, you guys can ask them now. Thanks.
Mr. Bean, good morning.
Morning.
You came second at the 2020 election.
Yes.
I think, I can't remember the exact majority, but it was quite a large majority.
Yeah.
That Kathleen Simmons had.
431 to 180, 185.
So what makes you think that you can turn that majority around this time? What makes you think you can win this time?
Well, we serve the public, so we submit ourselves to will and pleasure. If they feel that they need change, then we're going to put our best foot forward, regardless of the results from 3 years ago. A lot has changed over the last 3 years, and this is an excellent opportunity for us to test the electorate and test the political space, and also provide an alternative option for those who want genuine substantive change.
If you lose, will there be a third time lucky, do you think? I mean, if you lose twice, you could jeopardize future chances, couldn't you?
To be honest, I've lost 3 by-elections in my life. Through my experience, I won a few also. Winning and losing comes along with politics, because you have to submit yourself to the will of the people. And if the people want you to serve them, then you will win. They'll make sure that they vote for you. If you don't get that vote, then you have to go back, redouble your efforts, reflect on the errors that you might have made, or your communications, or whatever it may be, and then redouble your efforts.
There'll be a 4-way contest.
Yes.
Is that good for the FDM or not, do you think?
It's good for politics. It's good for the electorate to have their choice. It doesn't matter if the FDM, it's really no measure for us. We're just going to do what we're focused on, and right now that is to canvass and touch base with us all in the entire electorate. So is it a benefit or a negative? We cannot say. Ultimately, it's up to the electorate to decide who they'd like to serve them.
So, Marc Bean,
Yes, sir.
Gary Foster Skelton, Bermuda Broadcasting. So, you, of all the FDM, did the best in the 2020 election. Now, you were a new party then, and you've been around, you've existed, but the party has seemed to be relatively invisible over the last 4 years. So, coming out as the last candidate announced, at least unless we get more independents, is the FDM's style not quite serious enough for the political environment we're in?
Well, let me answer this. Is the style of the incumbent serious enough? And what has that got us? The people are sick and tired. So we do things differently. All right, absolutely. And while we might have not been seen over the last 3 years, we've been felt. I can assure you, we have a lot of influence within the community. We're able to resonate with people because we speak the truth, and the people trust us, even if they might not like us personally. Right? There's something to be said about trust as political capital. And so we are not going to change our approach. The same way our strategy now is to ensure that we knock on doors. Actual grassroots canvassing. This will probably be the majority of the press that you will receive during this by-election, because by-elections are local. People don't care about the bells and whistles. People want to know, what are you offering to serve their interests? And that's what our focus is going to be on. And we can only articulate that on the doorstep.
Okay, so you say You've got support in the area. You're going to deal with local issues. So what are the key local issues for constituency
Absolutely.
36?
The number one issue is school closures, not just for Somerset Primary, but also West End. And I know that the government has flip-flopped over the school closures, but we have made our position clear a few months ago that we are not going to close any schools, whether it's West End or Somerset Primary, because we feel that if we're seeking to develop Bermuda and for Bermuda to grow, it must focus on human development. And the first priority of human development are our children. And so we have been defending and advocating for Somerset Primary and West End to stay open, and we're going to maintain that. And when the day comes that we become the government, we can assure you that we're going to implement the policies that we articulated a few months ago on how we could strengthen the education system in this country. And so that is one major issue. The other major issue is the relationship traditionally between Ratco and the tenants of Ratco, whether they are residential or business tenants. That relationship is a to and fro. Sometimes it's very antagonistic, but it requires an honest broker to ensure that the interests of the all stakeholders, Ratco and the residents and businesses themselves, are able to be served and are pleased with progress. Because right now, the feedback we're receiving is that there's much to be improved. There are other issues. If you can see, we're at the anchor. And the first thing I could think of in terms of the anchor and those who commune here, you know, is the fact that they need work. Okay, and so we need to have employment. And one of the things that we notice is that there are thousands of tourists that travel through across this area every day from dockyard. And we think that it's necessary to ensure that we can have a dockyard to Daniel's Head zone, not necessarily a legal zone, but a natural zone that allows the people of this community to make money legitimately. And that is leveraging the tourism infrastructure that we have here that we have been avoiding or ignoring for too long. And so those are the three main issues that we have identified for this constituency. And obviously there are other issues that at our national level that, I mean, energy costs, overall governance, and healthcare costs. These are the things that have to be addressed. And we plan to address them when, if it's the will of the people, they decide to let the FDM represent their interests in Parliament.
Do you think you can increase your share in this vote?
It's totally up to the people, but we're going to do our best effort. That's our intent.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? No? All right. What's that, your brother?
He came this the Zulu Gombe tribe came
Hey.
forward.
For you?
Yeah.
You guys are here. You guys are
No problem,
Yeah.
We
brother.
got a little bit of stuff right now. We just gotta get wrong down some more done.
No